There is something rotten in the state of the Conservative Party, and it runs far deeper than the Partygate allegations surrounding Boris Johnson, which have led to 2 calamitous by-election defeats in one night. When a very senior minister privately wonders whether the Conservative Party candidates department is capable of selecting people who think like Conservatives, and worries that an important task has been left for too long to wets and non-believers, you know that the alarm bells should have been ringing a long time ago. And the structural problems within the Conservative Party have been laid bare yet again as they ran 2 hapless campaigns to save a Heartland Blue Wall seat in Devon and a new Red Wall seat in Yorkshire. The candidates are not the reason that Conservative voters decided not to go to the polls in either Wakefield or Tiverton, but they did not help. In Wakefield, a seat which was 66% to 34% in favour of Leave in 2016, the Conservative candidate Nadeem Ahmed was quoted as saying Brexit was built on lies and he regretted voting for it in the pro-EU Independent. This, as revealed by express.co.uk, led to a boycott of the campaign by a number of Conservative Brexiteer MPs who were disgusted by it. Ahmed had already made a gaffe referencing the mass murderer Harold Shipman. The infamous decision by Boris Johnson to go to Kiev a second time was also apparently not about avoiding difficult Northern Tory MPs in their conference in Doncaster. He apparently did not want to be seen in Wakefield because he knew it was heading to defeat. But with a mere 20% turnout, if the Conservatives could have motivated just a few more people, they might have won. On Wednesday I was publicly berated in the middle of Portcullis House in Parliament by one of the Tory MPs responsible for party organisation about running the Wakefield boycott article. It appeared to have touched a nerve. It should have done. Even with the infamous shadowy Remainer Gareth Fox no longer in charge of selections, those who have taken the prime spots including Vice Chairman Sir Mike Penning, businessman Matt Wright and his deputy Matt Lane, things appear not to have got better. This morning, familiar texts were coming from MPs and various party of the Conservative Party again saying we cannot select good candidates. Helen Herford, the candidate in Tiverton and Honiton who the Prime Minister did meet, appeared to be a safer choice, having been a teacher in the constituency for many years. But even she was unable to say she had confidence in the Prime Minister in one particularly awkward moment. And one MP who came back questioned whether she believed in anything Conservative or otherwise. A frustrated veteran MP told me, "We appear to still be selecting Lib Dems with blue rosettes." The only real Conservatives among the newer MPs are the Red Wallers, in the North and Midlands, who got in because the party didn't expect them to win. And if there is a damning indictment about the selection process of both Conservatives and Labour, it is that there is no obvious candidate to replace their embattled leaders. Within days Mr. Johnson and Sir Keir Starmer could be gone, yet there is no Tony Blair or Margaret Thatcher waiting to replace them. Indeed, the word among Conservative MPs is that it has to be definitely nobody from the cabinet. One MP texted, "The next Conservative leader has to have integrity, courage and show leadership." So that's all the current cabinet out of the running. Perhaps unfair on Home Secretary Priti Patel, Foreign Secretary Liz Truss and Education Secretary Nadhim Zahawi, all of whom will try for the top job if it becomes vacant but are loyal to Mr. Johnson. At least people know who the Conservatives are. The same cannot be true for the shadow cabinet, who really do exist in the shadows. The favourite to take over from Starmer, if he resigns in the coming days over Partygate, is Shadow Health Secretary Wes Streeting, but his colourful past of social media trolling has not gone down well in recent days. And that does not even get onto funding. Labour is in hock to the militant unions who are hell-bent on bringing the country to its knees. But the Conservatives are scrabbling around for donors. Many of their wealthy backers gave up in disgust over Partygate, or more likely the tax-raising socialist policies of Mr. Johnson's government. There are rumours too that Australian electoral campaign strategist Sir Linton Crosby is back as the party desperately tries to find a strategy and an identity. One of Crosby's lieutenants, David Canzini, is already inside Downing Street trying to steady the ship. But, as Abraham Lincoln once put it, "A house divided will fall." The party is now too factionalized between Brexiteers and Remainers, Wets and Thatcherite Tries, Liberals and Social Conservatives for anybody to unite behind. One former cabinet minister put it, "This is a party at war with itself." Boris was the only person who could bring them all together. Now there is nobody who can be a unity candidate.